Remember the hard times in life. I know it's a temptation for me not to think about the most difficult seasons in my life. But the Bible would urge me to not forget those times. In fact, if you read Deuteronomy, which we're doing right now in Bible in 1 year, maybe you've noticed multiple times where God tells the Israelites, remember that you were a slave in Egypt. That occurs twice in Deuteronomy 24, which we read today. Why would you remember that? Well, first of all, remember what God did for you. He rescued you from slavery in Egypt. Out of grace and mercy, God redeemed you and brought you to the promised land. And so, by faith, cling to this good and merciful God. And secondly, remember that you were a slave in Egypt and show mercy to the people who are suffering and in need around you, which is really the message of Deuteronomy 24. And what a message for us. When we're going through hard times, or we've gone through hard times, well, remember what God did for you back then, how he brought you out of that, how he showed you his good and gracious character, and cling by faith to him. And secondly, if you've gone through a hard time and you see others around you going through hard times, well, act in love and mercy and service toward them, and comfort them with the same comfort with which you have been comforted by God. And in that way, when we remember the hard times, we also remember our good and gracious God, and then he uses that remembrance to generate love within us that we show to others.